Expectations. What's real and what can I expect? Every single person on the planet is going to achieve a different rate of weight loss and muscle growth. That's something that we can never deny. So the starting point should always be to remember to never compare yourself to others. Don't look at anybody else and think you should achieve that rate, or you should be achieving X amount per week, or you're not achieving this amount, so it means that you failed. That's what we come across a lot in this industry. People come in, they have unrealistic expectations, they get 4, 6, 8 weeks in, they do really well, but they think that they're doing poorly, so they give up, they get frustrated, and then they quit. What you see on the internet isn't always real. You'll see transformations, and it will be from somebody that's been eating in excess. They've gained a lot of weight very quickly, and then they've crash dieted, lost a lot of weight. And that's not what you should be thinking that you're going to achieve. So if somebody was overweight, if they were deemed as fat, 30% body fat, we put them on a healthy diet, a healthy rate of weight loss would be about 500 grams per week. If somebody was more athletic, around the 20% body fat mark, then we'd be looking at even less, down to maybe 200 grams a week. If somebody's clinically obese, over 30%, then we could be looking at possibly 2 kilos a week. So just some examples of that. I worked with a guy that was 180 kilos, and we programmed everything perfectly. We put him in a slight deficit, and he was losing 750 grams per week, nearly every week. But some weeks he'd hit a plateau. Roughly every 4 weeks, he'd go 750 loss, 750 loss, 750 loss, 0 loss. But we wouldn't change anything, we wouldn't panic, we wouldn't get upset. We keep everything the same, and then by week 5 it would go 750 loss, 750 loss, 750 loss. So even when you have everything set up perfectly, your rate of weight loss isn't going to be linear. And then on the other end of the scale, myself, when I was prepping for my last bodybuilding show, the rate of fat that I was losing was roughly 100 grams per week some weeks, and some weeks it would be even less. Because I had less to lose, it's harder for my body to release that. Your body is a survival mechanism, and it wants to survive. Its main priority is survival. So retaining body fat is your body's mechanism for staying alive. If you have more fat, you have more potential energy, more potential to stay alive in times of hardship. So your body doesn't want to get lean. It will try to retain that. So have realistic expectations. And for this 12 weeks that we're going to be working together, what we are trying to achieve here is giving you the answers, setting you up for future success, setting you up for long-term health and happiness. If you want to come in and lose 5 kilos in 6 weeks, I can quite happily just chuck you on 1,000 calories and get you training 10 times a week. But that's not going to get you long-term health and happiness. And that's what these other 6-week challenges do. They put people on super low calories, super train them hard. They lose weight really quick. And then after the challenge, it's not sustainable. What happens? All the weight goes back on, plus a little bit. Because when you crash diet, your metabolism slows down, deregulates. And then when you start going back to eating normal amounts of food, your body retains extra body fat. And that's not how we achieve long-term success. That creates short-term success, long-term unhappiness. So for this 12-week challenge, what we're going to do is set you up for success. We're going to spend 12 weeks giving you everything that you need to achieve the results that you need long-term into the future for the rest of your lives. So if you have something that's out of balance in your biology, or something that's not quite right in your life, which has prevented you from losing weight and looking the way that you want to look, it's going to take time for us to identify that. And that's why we do this testing at the start, why we ask all these questions, we do these surveys, we get everything right. So we're giving you the answers so we know what to do. It takes time to do that. And then it takes time to correct it as well. If you've looked a certain way and you've been a certain way, if you've been going a certain direction for the last 10 years, we're not going to turn that around in 12 weeks. We're not going to turn that around in a year. It's hard. The body doesn't want to change. Like I said, it is a survival mechanism. Your body doesn't give a shit about looking good on the beach or dropping 10 kilos in 10 weeks. Your body wants to survive. That's its main priority in life. So we have to work with biology to help it lose the fat that we want to. We have to coax it into the weight loss. We have to coax it into the direction that we want it to go in a nice, healthy, safe way. Sure, like I said, sure we can get you rapid results, rapid fat loss, but that's not going to set you up for long-term success. That's not doing things properly, and that's not in your best interests. That is short-term success, long-term unhappiness. So for this 12 weeks, we're going to do things properly. We're going to give you all the information that you need. We're going to go on a journey of discovery. We will be getting results as we go, but please have realistic expectations. Set yourself up for happiness. This is the key. And unrealistic expectations is the biggest problem that I come across nowadays. If you want to discuss this more, then we will on Friday. When you've booked your call, we'll go over all of this in more detail. Thank you, and have a great day.